Hi everyone, this is Afsar Ali. In this video tutorial, we'll be discussing about page object pattern in WebDriverIO. So let's get started. So basically why we need a page object pattern. If you see in our previous tutorial, so what we have done is we are hard coding the element locator. So each time when we need elements, so every time we are writing browser dot dollar dot then this value, the locator value where we are doing is like hard coding kind of. So suppose I need this password field in a multiple scripts, then again each time what I'm doing is I'm just writing again and again the same thing. So it's kind of a duplicacy of the same code. So in our case, what we can do, we can write this password or username or login this field somewhere else, and we can just call those methods. So kind of the inheritance concept, right? So to make that happen, what we can do is just create one page. Suppose I have a login page. This is my login page. So in this login page, I have username, password, and sign in. These three elements that I'm using currently. So what I can do is I can create one class, which class name is login class, and within that I can define this username, password, and sign in these elements there, and just call those elements whenever required. So I don't have to write this whole lengthy things each and every time when I need it, right? So to make that happen, so let's create here that page object. So what we can do, just let me just create one folder. So we'll write one folder name is test, and within the test, what I can do, just I'll move this feature file as well, and also I'll move this step definition as well, and within the test I'll create another folder called page objects, and this is very important for code reusability, and this is the modern technique of using our efficient way of writing our codes, right? So what I can do here is I'll create one class called login, login.page.js. So to uh, understand, it's a page object, so I have written like .page.js. So if you go the official documentation over here about the page object pattern, you'll see like this. They're creating the class, and within the class writing something like this: get username, password, button, field, and then using submit button or whatever action you need to perform, you can just create a function of that, and you can in your script or step definition file, you need to just write this login page, uh, then username dot set value or password dot set value, like that. Okay, so what I can do is just I'll create one class. Okay, and login page, and what I can do, I don't need this extend now. So what I can do, this is my class, and this is what I can get from here. All right, so this is my username. So these values already I have in my step definition file. So if I go in here, this is my username, right? So let me copy this username from here to here, and this one will return me the element. Okay, and from here, this is my password. I'll go in here. I'll write like this. Okay, and then final, I have a password field, login button. This one is login button. So I can do login button in here like this. Then after that, I'm doing a login function, right? Login function. So within that login function, what I need to do is, if you see the documentation, I can call like this. These elements can be called using this function, this keyword, right? So this dot, I can get the username and set value. Sorry, the username dot set value, and whatever value that we have, we can do like that. Okay, I think it's this. And in here, username Mercury. Okay, so if I see in here, it's a Mercury, and yeah, set value. And then similar way, what I can do is this dot password dot set of value, also Mercury, and the this dot submit button dot click. Okay, that's it. So this is very simple, and the next step would be I need to call this function somewhere else, right? So where I need to call this. So for calling this page, we need to instantiate this page, right? So to instantiate, what we need to write over here is I need to write export default new the login page. Okay, so like this. So what it will do, it will export whatever method, whatever public method you have, elements, everything you can access using the object of this particular class. So you need to import this class, and you can use this function, this elements, everything. All right. So let's go to step definition file in here. So what we need to do is just import maybe you can say login page from, okay, so from I can say this, it is present in page objects and the login. Okay, so I have now login page object for this login page, and then what I can do is I just replace this one. Okay, so if I do login page dot login function, right? So I have created the login function already. If you see in here, I created this login function. So this one will do the same thing that was previously done by 3 or 4 lines of code. All right, so I kind of, what I've done is replace those things. And if I run now this code, it should work. Let's see. So if I run this one, let's see what happens. So it's saying 0 total 0. Okay, so because we changed the uh, folder structure, we need to add those folder structure within the WDIO config.js file as well, right? So what I can do is I just go to the spec file in here. So what I need to write is test. Okay, so test, then within that we have features, then the feature, right? And then I have step definition as well. I need to change over here. If I go here and write the test, and now it should work fine. Let's see. So now it's opening the browser, going to the new to demo.aut. So if I run this again, let's see. I've added here this username dot wait for exist. So now it's entering the username, password, and clicking on the sign in button. So now we will see here the test got passed. Okay. So in here, if you see, so you can see here all three steps got passed. All right. So similarly, if you want to have more uh, page objects, like for this is for the login page, if you want to have page objects for each pages, like after sign in, there will be this flight finder page. So for this page also, we can create another page objects. Like I can say this is a flight finder dot page dot js, and in here also we can say the class and flight finder, and that's it. So you can write the here get. Similar way you can write other things. I can write like type. Okay, so within that I can write a return. Okay, browser dot, or maybe browser dot dollar, or maybe the dollar only you can use, and whatever the locator, you can just write the locator, your locator name here, and it will return the web element. Okay, and the same element you can use within your function. Maybe like you can say write finder operation. In here you want to do any operation, just write this dot type and dot whatever action you want. Suppose I want to click, I can click on that. All right, so this is how you can use page objects. And yeah, obviously you need to export default new, and this page, this is class name, this is the object. Okay, so if you want to use the same object, suppose in the another step definitions, maybe suppose in here, if you want the same way, you can just import that flight finder from this one, page objects, then you have flight finder, and that's it. So if you write, this is login is done, and dot flight finder, within that we have a type mesh method, right? So it will do sorry, type, this is the element, so whatever you can want you can do over there, right? I think it's a flight finder operation. So in here, if you get the flight finder operation, this one, and this will do all the things you want. And if you don't want these, you can just remove from here and remove from here, and that's it. And suppose for this one also, what we can do in the login page, I'll do within that login, I can say open browser, open browser, yeah. Okay, so within that, what I can write is this one. For now, it's being hard coded, and going forward, what we'll be doing, we'll just get a parameter called URL, and that URL will be passing from WDIO config file, or maybe from the command line also we can provide these base URLs, right? So in that case, so what we can do now, let's open this browser as well. So we'll do in the login page dot open browser. So it will navigate to that particular browser, and in here, for now, I haven't written any operation for this thing. Let it be there. Okay, so if I run now, so it will go and navigate to this particular page. So let's see how it works. So it's opening the browser, going to navigating to this page, then entering the password, username, and you'll see the pass. Okay, 3 steps is being passed. Okay, so this is how we use a page object model. In the next session, we'll be seeing how we can use different kind of reporters in our project. So thanks for watching.